Good morning, this is Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 4 minutes. Very quickly, for those of you that are new to these videos, when I say live, what I mean is that I am recording myself, seeing the information, seeing the data for the very first time in real time, meaning I don't know what's coming next, as opposed to having already recorded everything and now I'm coming back and explaining what's already happened. So this is not a trade recap. This is not some sort of post commentary. I literally don't know what's coming next. So in other words, if you just want an unscripted, nitty-gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, then this will be a video for you. So I'm going to go ahead and pause for now, and I'll be back at the open. All right, the markets are open. Currently watching LCID. So right here, LCID, that is the 1 minute time frame. And I like to see how it's bouncing up like this. This is good. Now, I'm not going to touch it during the opening minute, but I am bearish biased, meaning I'd like to try to make money on it from the short side, meaning if prices go down, I will make money. And yes, if you're a beginner, that is possible. You can make money when prices go down. Again, that is known as shorting a stock, going short. Like I said, just want to see how this opening minute plays out. $40.50, so $40.50 could be an interesting level. But let's see what it wants to do here. So as of now, 40.50 is the level that's got my curiosity. I missed it. Wow, that happened so fast. All right, maybe we can try a secondary thing. If this wants to bounce back up, hit 40.85, then come back down. That could be a potential play. Yeah, there we go. Just like this. Okay. So 40.25, maybe more so. Okay, in there at 40.42. I'd like to see this down below 40. Looking for the break of 40. Huge size down there, though. Disappearing. There it goes. So I took off a partial. So now just scaling out of this. Oh, wow, look at that bounce. Goodness. Whoops. I am long now, accidentally. All right, wow. Only made $96 on that. And I was up a whole lot more than that at one point. What a turnaround. Alrighty then. Well, you got to give credit where credit's due. What a turnaround. Okay, well, that's how it goes sometimes. And a disappointing, but I suppose educational way for the sake of the live video here. Yeah, that's just how it goes. Things can be looking so good for you, and then just like that, I mean, completely turn around. Wow. Yeah, all right, well, it is what it is. Can't cry about the glass of spilled milk. I mean, maybe another trade here, but potentially at 40. Yeah, maybe 40, 50 again. See if this wants to roll back down, but that was a crazy, crazy turnaround. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. And now look at it, coming right back down. Well, welcome to day trading. If you've ever heard the word volatility, you know, what does volatile actually mean? Well, there you go. Looking like it's going to be a great breakdown, snaps all the way back up, and then comes essentially right back down. Yeah, I want to hop back in here, but I feel like, is this just me kind of revenge trading things? Up there would have been a better risk reward scenario. And I'm watching Tesla. In fact, why don't we just go over there? But Tesla's just straight down right now. So, I mean, there's not really any way to try to trade this one right now. Maybe something on MRNA. And wow, LCID now at new lows. Just watching it off screen. Up, we'll bounce back to 40, but still broke down to those lows. Wow. Clay, why didn't you hold? Why did you get out when it was going against you like that? I mean, definitely, I would have held. I would have added more if I knew it was going to roll right back over. But again, that's what a textbook's not going to show you, right? It's a textbook has hindsight. A textbook is based in hindsight. But here, no, there's definitely no hindsight. All right, maybe a setup here at 965 on Tesla. Let's see if this thing can bounce up a little bit more. Maybe hit 970. Then come back to 965. In there at 965.34, I think this thing still wants to continue down with the momentum. Would like to see 960 for the first profit. There we go. Even more than what I bargained for. Fantastic. So still have 5 left. Just wanted a quick scalp there because it was relatively overextended, but it worked out. Got $153 on that trade. Let's hop over to MRNA. Yeah, 277 could be an interesting level. 270. Oh, that's a big. That'd be a big stop too. I guess I could go smaller size here. MRNA. Yeah. Does seem like it might want to come down. I do like 277. So let's see if it can get down to that area. Or does this thing just want to go chop back and forth? All right, I'll keep an eye on it, but now currently up 250. All right, now I do definitely like it more if it wants to come back down to 277. So I'll keep a close eye on MRNA. LCID, all fantastic. The thing just continues to bleed to the downside. But like I said, all you can do about those ones is just laugh and understand that that just comes with the territory of day trading. Yeah, I do like 277 here. Have a better stop loss to find on that one now. So really on MRNA, it's just a question of can it come down to 277. And at 277, now it's just a question of, all right, I got what I felt was enough, you know, the requirement to have this thing really start to fall apart. So now it becomes a question of, can I actually get this thing to fall apart? $276.50 will be my first profit target area, but 277 is being very stubborn. See, I thought if it got down there, it would fail, and I still do, but I did think it would go maybe a little quicker, but I still like the pattern. The pattern's done nothing wrong. Knocking on 277 once again. Knocking on the door. For those of you that are new, I'm watching that number there. I want to see 277 fall. There we go. So it's broken down below. Now let's see that down to 276.50, and that would be my first profit lock area. There we go. Got those off. There we go. Fantastic. There we go. So I'm just locking in gains on the way down. So we'd like to see this down below 275 now. Let's see if it wants to make that move or not. Now I'm not making a ton of money on this one, but I also wasn't risking a ton of money either. So that's the catch-22. I get at this point, you know, my voice is saying, your voice is probably saying, Clay, why did you only do 50 shares? Well, yeah, I understand that, but had this thing gone against me and it was a losing trade, my voice would be saying, well, geez, Clay, why did you do so many shares? All right, I'm going to just pull out of that trade just because I got the move. I was wanting to see more. Didn't quite give it to me there. Well, now it's coming back down, kind of. But so there we go. Only $29, but again, you got to keep in the context. Had that gone against me, had I been wrong, then you know, the loss would not have wiped everything away. It would have been a very minimal loss. And at this point, I'm just, you know, trying to conserve the green here. So that does come with the catch of, well, geez, had you done more, you would have made more money. Yeah, and you're right. But you got to remember that is a two-sided coin. The other side being, had I been wrong, you know, I just didn't want to give back all my gains. So there we go. But overall, so far, 3 for 3. LCID, I'll be perfectly honest, is still just gnawing at me, knowing how much money I thought I was going to make on that trade, and then I walked away with less than $100. So, but Tesla now is getting interesting. It is, okay, very much so. 297, or not 297, excuse me, 267. Yeah, but this thing is just so... I'm going to follow this one up here, see if we can get another. So that, remember that scalp I took on it, that's exactly why it was a scalp. You know, it was a good trade, felt fine about it, but at the same time, that was not one where I thought, you know, I was going to get another $20 from it, just based on the fact that it already moved down quite a bit. And MRNA, yep, bouncing back up. So MRNA played that one right, gave it a chance. And you can see now it has, you know, starting to head back up there. So got a breakdown, got a good solid breakdown. Would have been a fantastic trade had I, you know, really levered up in size, but that's all hindsight trading there. All right, I will go ahead and pause. Okay, I'm gonna hop in here, 39.77 here on LCID, looking for this to roll back over some more here. I'm gonna take that quick scalp. Now up 423 on the day. And Tesla, what is that? 970. Whew, $10 stop loss there, really? Yeah, I guess that's how it would go. Yeah, and yes, I am talking to myself right now. So 50, 250. I could do 25. I don't know if I want to, but I could realistically. And LCID, why did a scalp? Just because I'm kind of jaded, and look at that thing snap back. Now it still may come down, but look how much it just formed that hammer right there. So if there's one thing I learned with LCID, for me now, I'm just going to be, if I'm trading it, I'm just going to do more so the quicker scalps on it. And that's could very well be wrong thinking, and it is wrong thinking, right? Well, just because it happened in that situation doesn't mean that, and that's all true. But for me, I just didn't want to go through and look at that. See? So in this situation, look at that. Had I wanted more, okay, it's rolling back over. This thing would have smacked me in the face once again. So I realize that sometimes if you scalp, you're going to leave a bunch on the table. But on the flip side, sometimes you're going to avoid getting stuck in something like this where it snaps back against you. And Tesla still is just whispering my name. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. Oh, NVAX, that's not bad. I do have multiple monitors, so I am watching more than what you see, just as an FYI. Every now and then I'll get comments. Clay, you're gambling. You're not really looking at enough stuff. That's all you're looking at. You should. You got to. So those people, and just to remind, I'm just recording a small amount of my screen. There's much more than I'm looking at, but in order to make your life easier to be able to see stuff a little bit better. I mean, I could pack everything into this little window here, but then all right, I got to talk. Stuff becomes harder to see. All right, Tesla, is it 990? Yeah, so if it's 25, 250, yeah, I could go 25. Again, I'm not going to make a ton of money. 984. Yeah, that'd be about 300. So in there at 984, let's see if we can get this thing to come down here. Oh. Yeah, 983 is going to be that critical area that it needs to push down through. What does it want to do here? Wow, I can't believe I didn't get that scalp. Try to give it another chance here. There we go. So that's what I figured to be a high probability scalp. It did work out to be a high probability. Well, not as high probability as I guess I thought it was, because I thought I'd get it that first time. But that's why you got to just trust the odds, trust the probabilities. Just give it a little more time. The odds are in my favor. And yeah, it ultimately did work out. So yeah, maybe not as fast as I thought it would, but it did ultimately work out. So there we go at $950, $522. $500 a day keeps the day job away. And I think I am going to move on with my day. And yes, I will just be fully transparent with you, as pathetic as it may be, and as wrong as it is. I mean, as day traders, we got to be able to move on from things, but there's still just something gnawing in the back of my mind about LCID. And look, I mean, it did it again. Did it again. That move right there, glad I scalped it, because just back up it goes. So what a little booger, but like I said, all you can do is laugh about it and at least be aware that you're bitter. Like, I'm aware, so I'm not going to go do anything stupid with it, because I'm aware that, Clay, are you just doing this because you're going to do something stupid because you're just still bitter at it? But all in all, you just got to laugh about it. But I'm still I'm still more than happy with that. I mean, and I don't say this to brag, I say it to build context, as I've said in many videos. But where in the world can you make $522 in 20 minutes? And that includes a trade that, quite frankly, went terribly wrong. I mean, so things can go really wrong for you, yet you can still walk away making decent amounts. I suppose that, I don't know, maybe you're like, no, Clay, $522 in 20 minutes, that's not worth my time. And if that's the case for you, hey, I'm not jealous. I'm motivated by you. Like, what do you do where you can sit there and be like, nah, $500, 20 minutes, not worth my time? Good for you, but let's talk. I want to learn from you. Like, what are you doing where you can sit there and say that's not worth your time? But for me, it is worth my time. And for those of you that are maybe new to my channel, Clay, why are you done after 20 minutes? You can keep trading, making more money. And you're right. But I do trading as a side hustle. I do it at this point in my life for the freedom of time. That's my main currency. That's my main commodity right now is time. As a father of 5 young kids, working from home, I want to be able to do stuff with my time that I see fit. I want to be able to work on my real estate investing. I want to be able to work on my teaching business at claytrader.com. So yes, I do love trading, but I love freedom of time even more. So I don't feel like sitting here and being chained to my computer for the next, hours and hours if I can just call it good at $500 in 20 minutes. So yeah, that's why I'm wrapping it up. And, I like to do what's called the be done in 30 approach. Where on average, I'm looking to be done at 30 minutes. Now, yes, sometimes it'll be more than 30 minutes. Other days like today, it was under 30 minutes. It was 20. Some days, if you watch the videos, you'll see it's like 5 minutes. So on average, Joe, I want to be done after right around 30 minutes. Again, just a side hustle. If I can put some more money in my pocket as an income stream, fantastic. And then go enjoy freedom of time. So that is why I am wrapping it up after 20 minutes, because it's a good question on your part. Why be done after only 20 minutes? And now you have that question answered. So like I said, and the learning lesson here is as annoying as it was, just understand that's how trading goes sometimes. You're going to have a situation where, oh, yeah, and just in the blink of an eye, it can just disappear. And just realize it happens. You're not alone. Doesn't mean you did anything wrong. That's just how the market is. That's how stocks can be. That's how crypto can be. That's how options, Forex, futures, anything you're trading, that's how they can be. Things can be looking great, and then the market can just be like, just kidding, and it can be completely different. But I want to reiterate, that doesn't mean you did anything wrong. That just means that's the nature of the market as a whole. Sometimes it'll just do that to you. So you don't have to go, guess I got to start changing my strategy. Guess I got to start changing my rules. No, you don't. You just got to realize that, hey, I have a valid strategy, but there's no holy grail. There's no perfect strategy, and that's just how things play out at times. So before I do go, a big request for me, these live trade videos are very difficult. I have to talk to you. I have to think about what I'm going to say. You have to trade for myself. I have to manage my own trades. I have to make alerts in the private community that I offer. So there's a lot of stuff going on. And while these videos are doable, they're very difficult, which is why I don't do them every day. So if you do enjoy them, though, if you would like for me to continue to make them, then please help me out by doing 2 things. Hit that like button and leave a comment below. Say hi. Tell me something that you traded today. Give me a smiley face emoji. But those 2 things, like button, leaving a simple comment below, communicate to me that you enjoy the live trade videos. As long as I know people are enjoying, then I will continue to make them. And then finally, if you want to learn more about technical analysis, which is what you were seeing here in this video, in other words, technical trading, if you want to learn more about that, then I do offer a free class that I'll talk about here as soon as this video ends. So if you want to learn more about that class, then stick around because I'm going to talk about that right now. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only 1 losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.